Hello, Toronto Blue Jay fans. And yes, that is my beautiful face you don't see on the screen right now. I don't know what's going on with my camera. It freezes after running for like 2 seconds. So, yeah, we're just going with the Just Jays logo. It's there, it's beautiful. And yeah, well, we're going to talk about what I like and what I don't like about, the J season so far. 10 games in. Now, 10 games might seem significant, but it's really just kind of arbitrary. We go from one digit to two digits. It's exactly 1/16 of the season. And, we could create a nice winning percentage out of 10 games. So, for all those reasons that don't really mean anything and no other reason. Uh, yeah, I'm going to talk about the Toronto Blue Jays start to the season. Let's do it. And in the background, I'm gonna minimize my JJ logo here and just have some Blue Jay highlights going from our most recent W. So I'm gonna start with the offense because that's what this team is about, is the hitting. And well, through 10 games, we're not hitting so great. We've had some great individual performances. We've had some people come and do some interesting performances. Some players started hot, and then over the last couple games, not so much. And then some started really cold, and I picked it up just a bit late. So our lineup. Let's just go through the lineup, sort of 1 through 9 ish. Springer, he started off pretty hot. He's cooled down a bit, but he's not doing too bad. He's got 13 strikeouts. That's a lot. He's on basing only 318, but he's got some dingers. He's playing pretty good overall, I think. Nothing to worry about there. Bo Bichette. He's got 11 strikeouts and no walks. Just one home run and 5 hits. Bo Bichette is struggling, and less about the numbers. But sometimes you watch his at bats and you may wonder, like, what is going on? What is he doing? Like, Buck, and we'll still talk about his great 2 strike approach, but I think his 2 strike approach has been horrendous. I think he gets the 2 strikes way too quickly. And I think Bull might benefit from being moved down in the lineup where, apparently there's this rumor as well that he doesn't like hitting number 2. Well, if he doesn't like it and he's no good at it, let's get him out of there because Bo could be a 300 hitter. Not a great OBP, but 300 for sure with 30 home runs. And that's great from your shortstop. All right, Vladdy, what can you say about Vladdy? He's the king. He is Jesus. He is God. He's our savior. Placata. That's it. No, but seriously, though, he's hitting almost 300. He doesn't have a ton of walks. He's got 5. He's got a bit more strikeouts than you'd want, 10, but his OPS is still over 1,000, and that's inflated by high slugging. But I think we'll see both his average and his on base continue to move north. Speaking of Lords and Savior, let's talk about Lourdes Gurriel Jr. He's starting to pick it up. This guy was so bad for April and May last year. Picked it up in the summer and was really hot. If this guy avoids a terrible start, which it kind of sort of looks like he does, now he hasn't hit a home run yet, but he's hitting over 300. He's got a couple of walks. He doesn't have 1,000 strikeouts. So I'm liking what I'm seeing from Lourdes. Matt Chapman. Matt Chapman, I think, has been about what I've expected so far. Lower average, 226. But he's getting a decent amount of walks. 5 so far. His on base is 333. I think we'll see that come up. I think we'll see the average come up a bit. The slugging was at 450 with a couple of home runs. The reason why I think we'll see the slugging come up a little bit is, he's on pace for 36 home runs right now, which is pretty good. No, sorry, 32 home runs, which is like pretty good, but a bit lower than I think we expect. He only has one double, and I can see this guy being a bit of a doubles machine. So again, I think we're seeing just below the potential there, but I'm not really worried. He struck out 1,000 times in the first few games, and he's never going to strike out, never, but he's doing quite a bit better. Plus, he's getting his walks, and honestly, the strikeout on Saturday, that pitch was a foot and a half off the plate. No, it's closer to 5 inches, but still, there's no excuse for that pitch to be called a strike. Absolutely zero. All right. Who's next in the lineup? Usually it's Alejandro Kirk. Kirk has not off to a great start. He's got no doubles, no home runs, and only 5 singles. But he does have more walks than strikeouts. So he's never a guy that strikes out a lot, but he's never a guy that walks a lot either. So I think they're being a bit more careful with him, and I think he's taking his bases. I think Kirk is going to be all right. I don't think Kirk is going to be a huge power guy, but if he get his batting average up a little bit, it's all good. Raimel Tapia. I don't want to talk about Raimel Tapia. I don't like it. Excuse me. I don't. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I don't like Tapia. He's not. Excuse me. I'm gonna have to mute myself. Raimel Tapia should only be spoken of as a base runner and a defensive replacement. Teoscar, hopefully he's back soon because he was off to a really good start. 1 home run only, but it's only in 6 games, but hitting over 300, OBP over 400. I think Teoscar is going to have a great year. Zach Collins. What can you say about Zach Collins? What a fun surprise. Let's hope he can keep up some level of production because with Teoscar out, with JD Jansen out, we need all the hope we can get. Kevin Biggio. Well, he's got 8 games, 12 at bats, no hits. That's all I'm going to say about that. Bradley Zimmer. 5 games, 8 at bats, no hits. That's all I'm going to say about that. Jansen, unfortunately, was off to a great start, picked up where he left off last year. But he's going to be out for a couple of weeks. And then Henneman and Gosuke have 2 at bats between them. That's both for Henneman and Gosuke. I don't think he's going to get a lot of playing time. So I'm not worried about the Jays. They're off to a little bit of a slow start, but nothing really other than Bo Bichette hitting nothing. There's no real red flags. I think everyone else will pretty much have a good season. I believe Bo Bichette's going to have a great season. Right now, I don't think he's in the right spot. Oh, and I didn't talk about Espinal. Espinal is, he's doing okay, hitting 260, on base 340. Yeah, is he hitting 310 like last year? No. Did anyone think that was really going to happen? Maybe crazy people. I mean, he got lucky with Mapit, but he's hitting for a bit more power. He's got 5 doubles. I don't think he has a home run. Maybe he does. I don't know. What are his stats? No home runs. But definitely some doubles. Doubles, some hits, some RBIs, 3 walks, a handful of strikeouts. Yeah, I'm not worried. I'm not worried about this offense. If it stays healthy, we're good. And right now, we're not the healthiest, but we're okay. Now let's talk about something interesting. The pitching. Now, the pitching has been both amazing and terrible. Yeah, like Alek Manoah, 2 starts, only 2 earned runs. Hyun-Jin Ryu, 2 starts, 7 innings, 11 earned runs, right? So, and they put him on the DL or injured list now, which is a good thing. But our pitching has either been terrible or amazing, outside of a few people, like Kevin Gausman, who's been mediocre. I got no complaints about Kevin Gausman. ERA is just over 4 right now. Lots of strikeouts, no home runs. I like what I've seen from Kevin Gausman. Here's a problem. Who is 4th and 5th for innings pitched on this team? That's right. It's Cimber and Romano. Our starters aren't even leading our innings pitched, so that's a problem. So let's talk about Marios. He's only at 5 1/3 inning pitched. Well, that's because his first start was a 3rd. So again, like I said, brilliant or terrible. His next start, I thought, was very good. He got nicked up a bit at the end, but I thought very, very good. Kikuchi, not a good start. I don't think it was terrible, actually. But let's go through the bullpen. It's either been good or terrible. Cimber, very good. Romano, extremely good. Stripling, good. Thornton, really good. Jimmy Garcia, really good. Tim Mesa, really good. David Phelps, really good. Julian Merriweather, oof. 4 earned runs, 5 hits, and 4 2/3. I think he's had a bit of bad luck, but I think Julian Merriweather is going to be fine. Mike, okay, I'm going to stop talking about the numbers now. Don't you get the feeling about the Jays that almost nothing has gone in their favor? So all the breaks have gone the other way. Other than opening night when we came back from 7 runs, which was tons of fun. It just hasn't gone Toronto's way. I mean, the umpiring, the the 50-50 plays. I feel like it hasn't gone Toronto's way. The games where we get, blown out early, come back to make a game of it, don't quite make it. It's kind of strange. I mean, if you would ask me, what do you think their record is? Just not based off the numbers, because I think the numbers are pretty good, but just based off of what you're seeing, I'd say like the Jays are 4-6, but they're 6-4, and nothing seems to be clicking right. Like individual performances, yeah, but it doesn't seem to be clicking as a unit. And if you win 6 out of 10 all season long, you're at 97 wins. And yeah, we played Texas and we played Oakland. And they're not the greatest. But excuse me. Guys, I really apologize for my funny throat. But as Buck Martinez says, if you keep winning series, you're going to be okay. And look at what we've done. We've won our 2 series at home, and on the road, we went into New York, and as much as I like to say how much the Yankees suck, the Yankees don't suck. And we split them. I mean, I'm very optimistic. Oh, guys. Sorry about the coughing, but I think we're over it. The next bunch of games are against Boston, Houston, and New York again. And honestly, after 31 games, that's where we'll be. If we're 16-15, I'll take it. I mean, I'll take anything because that's what it is. I'll take 16-15 at that point because that is a hell of a stretch. And to be over 500 in that stretch, I'd prefer to be 17-14. If we're 17-14 after 31 games, and we have 17 or more wins, oh man, we're laughing, especially because once August hits, our schedule, man, if we're within a game or two of first place on July 28th, we're making the playoffs, we're winning the division. I guarantee it. I guarantee. I just feel like nothing has clicked, but nothing's all that bad either. It's like, yeah. And, some people like to get angry when sports reporters say, Toronto has a competitive advantage playing in Toronto. Some players can't cross. Yeah, guess what? I don't care. We had a huge disadvantage last year. If we could get a slight advantage this year, I'll take it. I'm not going to apologize. I think this year we could win really 2/3 of our games at home because of this, and that's going to be a huge advantage. I want to see it. I'll make no apologies. I want to see the Jays win a ton of home games because that's even more fun than road games. And yeah, that's all I got to say. It's so early, guys. There's a lot more to come. It's going to be a fun season. It's going to be a really, really, really fun season. So, guys, can you do me 2 things, 2 favors? Do the stuff in the doobly-doo at the bottom. Like, subscribe, hit notification bell, comment on the video, share the video, and check me out on Twitter at JustJays77. JustJays77. Yeah, we'll get the conversation going over there, too. If you do watch this video, give me some feedback. I know I was coughing a lot. I'm trying to work on the sound too, not just the coughing, but the sound. I know I don't have the strongest voice. I appreciate you guys watching the video, even though the sound isn't the best quality. The video stopped again. I appreciate you watching. Let me know if be honest. Is my voice a bother? Can I clean that up a bit? Is the breathing machine in the background a bother? Should I try and clean that up a bit? I know the coughing's a bother. I'm definitely gonna work on that. So give me your feedback. And do you want to see my face again? Yes, I'm in bed all the time. I'm super duper disabled. I'm in bed all the time. Couldn't get my webcam working today, but even though I had it working earlier, I don't get it. Do you guys want to see my face, or do you just like the JJ logo? Um, yeah, thanks so much for watching. I love you guys. Let's go Blue Jays.